Better? Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me for the first episode of our Holistic Wellness Masterclass. This is going to be a 6-month class, and we're going to have 1 to 2 broadcasts a week, and there is going to be hi, Undocumented. Thanks for joining. There's going to be worksheets and everything posted into your Telegram room. So at the end of today's meeting, I'm going to post that in there, and you guys will have the worksheets that we're going to go over today. So let's go ahead and get started. When you think of holistic health, what do you think of? A lot of people give me the ideas that they think about natural health, good food, health, exercise, taking care of themselves. And a lot of people also kind of aren't sure if it's sort of on the side of the woo-woo. Holistic health is a lot of things that people talk about in yoga classes and a variety of different channels, but I'm going to take you on a full range journey of talking about holistic health, because it includes everything from the physical to the spiritual. And I think that's really important to get good balance in how we take care of ourselves. So I'm going to bring up, let me open up my screen here and share with you guys what I'm going to give you a little bigger one. Nope, I want this one. I'm going to trade. Sorry, I'm going to make it bigger. Let's go here so you guys can see it. Hi, Donna. Thanks for joining. So this is we're going to go over the first 13 pages today of the workbook, and this is your introduction. And you guys are going to get all of these pages today in the Telegram room later. So here are places that you guys can reach me in the Telegram room. And when you get these documents, those links on there will take you to each of these locations. You can reach me by email. You can reach me on my website. And you can reach me if you want to do some private session work. These are all of your tools for getting a hold of me here, and you'll get a page with those. So this workbook is designed to enhance your online course experience, and each exercise is going to help you closely evaluate your lifestyle and your habits, empowering you to make the essential changes needed for a more vibrant, healthy, and productive life. Make sure to attend as many classes as you are able to, and join in the Telegram room so that you can really maximize your experience with this. So this is our table of contents, and this is sort of an outline for the next 6 months. In month 1, we're going to talk about and have an introduction, a deep dive into holistic health. And we're going to set the stage for a balanced, integrated approach to your well-being. In the second month, in February, we're going to talk about the power of nutrition and the importance of whole food and its impact on your health. We're in March, month 3, we're going to talk about mindfulness and resilience and the effect of mindfulness and physical and emotional the effect of mindfulness on your physical and emotional well-being. In month 4, which is April, we're going to talk about somatic movement, and we're going to enhance body awareness and learn how to release stored tension in your body. In, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, from month 5, which is April, we're going to talk about energy alignment and spiritual growth, and we're going to develop a deeper connection to yourself and to the universe. And this is going to be a fun segment of the masterclass. And in month 6, we're going to reflect on your journey and create a personalized plan for long-term well-being. By the time you get to month 6, you're going to have some really good and new and useful tools for how to utilize the information that you're going to receive in this masterclass and move forward with the skills that you need permanently to make the lifestyle changes that you need to feel better and to have better health in all the areas of your life. So let's get into it. As we take this introduction to holistic health, we're going to talk about this. Holistic health is all about looking at the whole picture of mind, body, and spirit, because the true well-being comes from balance in every area of life. Instead of just treating your symptoms, it really focuses on finding and addressing the root causes of your challenges, helping you feel your best from the inside out. By taking care of your physical health, nurturing your emotional well-being, and connecting with your inner self, holistic health creates space for real, lasting transformation. And it's about living in harmony with yourself and the world around you. So we're going to talk about a couple areas here. We're going to start off with our physical health. The well-being of the physical body is achieved through proper nutrition, exercise, sleep, and preventative care. Some of the important things that we need to talk about in taking care of our bodies are, let's begin with nutrition and hydration. What you eat fuels your body and directly impacts your energy levels, your organ function, and overall vitality. It also can literally change your health. Food is not just for giving you the energy to get through the day, but food is probably the most important type of medicine that you can give to your body. Clean, whole food, lots of herbs and spices, really to help your body to recover, repair injury, heal from illness, and a lot more. Brain function, hormone function, lots of things. So our nutrition is really important. And when we get to that section, we're going to dive really deep into this. One thing we talk about a lot every day, all the time, is that you need adequate water. You need enough hydration every day for cellular health, to aid in your digestion and for your body to be able to detoxify. You can't have proper elimination. Your skin, which is your biggest organ of elimination, can't really do its job if you don't have enough hydration. So make sure, and we'll get into this more about what equals hydration and what doesn't in our coming chapters here, but make sure daily that you're getting enough water. That's a minimum of 6 to 8 glasses a day and more if you're active. So our physical health starts off with nutrition and hydration. We need regular movement and exercise. Movement strengthens your muscles, your bones, and your cardiovascular system. And it also releases adequate hormones for relieving stress, for better mental health, for better mood, for maintaining proper balance with your brain chemistry, and for, surprisingly and very importantly, for pain relief. Activities like yoga or walking are very gentle ways to improve your flexibility and strength and balance and endurance. You can do weightlifting, you can do cycling, you can do roller skating. There's a million different ways that you can have physical movement and exercise. Just ask Corey. He does a lot of physical movement, moving hay and animal feed and all kinds of things in the yard that and building things. So We'll talk about how you're getting your fitness in ways that are not necessarily classified as officially as exercise. Next, a very important very key component to your physical care is sleep and rest. Quality sleep is important for memory, emotional health, physical body recovery, and sleep really becomes vital for your health. And if you are short of sleep on a consistent basis, you are literally shortening your lifespan. There are a lot of different ways that you can get your sleep. If you're not sleeping well at night, you can do naps. You can just have very quiet moments where you lay down and rest. Even those times where you take a 20-minute rest, where you sit down, have a cup of tea, and let your brain unwind for a little bit is helpful. So sleep and rest both are really important for your physical and mental well-being. And finally, preventative care. This can include checkups with your doctor when you're not feeling well. It can include paying attention. The biggest part in preventative care that we are going to talk about is paying attention to your own body, learning to listen to your body, and learning to understand when it feels a certain way, what it's asking you for. Maybe it's asking you for more rest. Maybe it's asking you for more protein. Maybe you're tired because you're dehydrated, so you need a refreshing beverage. Preventative care is the maintenance of your body through fitness and nutrition. So all of these things come together to qualify as under the category of your physical health. And this month we're going to talk all about that, especially because in January we all set New Year's resolutions to get more fit and be more healthy. And this is where people tend to focus. So we're going to kick off our year focusing where it is natural for us to want to start off. Our second area of focus is going to be emotional health. Emotional health includes a couple of different areas of focus. It is the ability to understand, manage, and express our emotions effectively while being able to build and develop positive relationships. Emotional intelligence and self-awareness is the practice of being aware of your feelings and the things that trigger you, and learning how to respond rather than react to situations. When we practice self-awareness, it leads to healthier relationships and better decision-making. Learning how to pause and take a breath and catching ourselves when we feel that trigger happen, to assess our safety, to assess the facts of the situation, give us a moment to keep ourselves regulated. Managing and developing healthy coping mechanisms. Coping mechanisms like journaling, practicing having a journal or a gratitude practice can help you process out difficult emotions constructively. Writing about what you're feeling concerned or stressed out about is very helpful. Often when you're writing about these things, you identify the deeper root of where those feelings are coming from. And it gives you an opportunity to have some introspection about where this is coming from. And when you can identify those root sources, you start to process things better and handle things better. Other healthy coping mechanisms, we're going to look at habits during this segment of the program, and we're going to look at the habits like binge eating or overeating or substance use. And we're going to talk about what the root is, what the emotion is that we're trying to satisfy there, so that We can develop new habits. We can replace those habits with something that's going to benefit you and make you feel better. We engage in these activities because we're looking to change the way that we feel. And these are the things that we know, and these are the things that we've done. And maybe they've not been the best for us. So we're going to look at new ways to, new habits to put into the place of those destructive ones and move forward with healthier habits. And we'll talk about how to create that same sense of soothing or fullness or comfort with brand new habits. That is going to be really important to long-term balance here. And we're going to talk about the importance of connection with friends and family members, and how talking about our feelings with people that we love and trust helps us to build intimacy with them, and also helps us to feel less isolated. And when we can reduce our feelings of isolation, we increase our feelings of safety and connection, and it builds strength in our relationships, which over time then build more security and a feeling of belonging. When we feel isolated and alone, that those emotions give us a depression in our brain chemistry, whereas feeling connected and having somebody to relate to and having somebody to support us gives us the feeling of connection, and it builds positive brain chemistry, which is good for us in the long run as well. We're going to discuss the impact of how negative emotions and stress, specifically from work, life, the world around us, things going on in the world today, have an impact on our physical body. And we're going to talk about our bodies and where we have pain or discomfort, or where we get sick in places in our bodies, and what kind of emotions are attached to those areas of our bodies, so that we can start recognizing that our bodies are holding stress and negative emotions and what those are. And when we identify the places in our bodies that hurt, we're going to unlock a new relationship with emotions that maybe we have stuffed away or have ignored or have purposefully put away because they're painful. This is the year we address them. This is the year we get to know them and we get to be familiar with them so that we can move forward. This will be a tender and delicate time for each one of you to be really introspective and honest with yourself about life and what you're carrying and holding. If you want life to be better, you have to unpack it and look at it. And we're going to do a little bit of that. And we'll do it together in a way that is uplifting and positive and encouraging, so that as we go forward, you'll have the tools when things come up to deal with them. I'm going to change your page here so you can see the next. We're going to move on to mental health and spiritual health. When we look at our mental health, it is the state of our cognitive well-being, our ability to have a clear mind, focus, and the ability to redirect and handle life's challenges. A lot of people today are dealing with brain fog from COVID and chronic stress from environmental things happening. We're dealing with exhaustion because our bodies are tired, so we don't have the clarity and the energy to think through things. We don't have the resilience in our minds because our bodies are tired and worn out. So we're going to in the first month, get our body into order. We're going to get our nutrition in order. We're going to start focusing on things that are going to lead us into having better mental health. So, mental clarity through mindfulness. We're going to do some meditation practices together. And we're going to talk about how meditation is not just about emptying your mind. It's more about mindfulness and what's coming in through your mind as you're trying to be still. We're going to talk about how to move out of the noise of your mind and into the more active, focused part of your brain on a daily basis. We're going to talk about how to develop a clear mind so that you have more effective problem-solving skills and decision-making skills. We're going to look at techniques for managing mental stress. We're going to talk about several different types of breathing techniques. We're going to talk about progressive muscle relaxation, and we're going to look at a few different visualization skills that you can use anywhere. And having these things in your back pocket and using them when moments of stress come up are going to improve your mental resilience over time. But they're going to also help you manage your body chemistry when stress comes up. If you can take a pause and relax and just ground yourself in that moment, not only do you get through the moment better, but you protect your body by lowering your stress chemistry quickly. So these will be important techniques, and we'll go over them, and you're going to learn some good tools in this segment here. We're going to talk about the benefit of doing lifelong learning and having very good intellectual stimulation. We're going to talk about the benefit of reading a real book, doing puzzles, learning some new music, learning how to build something, or learning how to crochet or sew or cook, but taking the time to actually learn something new. Mental stimulation and learning something new, even as we are mature adults, builds new neuropathways, and those new neuropathways enhance our cognitive function and they support memory retention. So we're going to talk about lifelong learning and how to get better mental stimulation for better brain health. And also, we're going to talk about how to manage anxiety and depression. It is a time in so many people's lives where anxiety and depression are coupled together, and they can be extremely crippling and heavy to deal with. So we're going to talk about a handful of ways to better enhance our mental chemistry, our brain chemistry, through movement, through dance, through music, talking about the benefits of seeing professional help when it's needed, and a variety. We'll even talk about herbs and essential oils during this segment as well, for things that you can do to nourish your body as you nourish your mental health and you manage your anxiety and depression. There's lots of things that we can do for this segment, and I find that this is one of the biggest challenges that most people are facing today, and that my clients talk to me about, because everything is so overwhelming and unpredictable, and nothing looks today like it did 20 years ago, and the future, because things don't look today like they did, seems very uncertain. And so we'll talk about how to manage anxiety and depression in times that seem very uncertain. Let's see, that's all right. And we're going to move up to spiritual health here. Spiritual health is when you have a sense of purpose, connection, and you are in alignment with your own values, your beliefs, your higher power, um, and you are living in authenticity with your sense of purpose. So, we're going to spend this segment of time trying to develop more of a sense of your own sense of purpose. What brings you joy? What is your passion? How to incorporate that more into your daily life? How to use your passion to and bring that passion forward so that you're able to share it with others, because when you're able to do that, you're really living in your purpose. And that gives you a deep sense of satisfaction. It gives you connection, and it gives you something that we're all a little short on, which is joy. When you understand your purpose, it helps to guide your choices and your actions. And so you stay on track. You stay in a forward movement, which is so important to your overall wellness. And when you live in alignment with your values, it fosters the ability for you to truly be who you are. And that gives and produces a deep sense of inner peace, which counters some of that anxiety that we face every day in this crazy world. We're going to talk about some more practices for connection, ways to engage with others, and ways to engage with spiritual energy through prayer and journaling, meditation, and nature, maybe gardening. But we're going to talk about ways to get into the sense of that sense of peace through a higher connection. During our segment on spiritual health, we're going to talk about ways to navigate through life's uncertainties. And as we do some practices that will help you build a stronger spiritual foundation, you will find comfort and new perspective when you have to face some challenges. You will become more clear about your beliefs. And when you have a belief in something that is greater than yourself, it instills hope and resilience and the confidence and the ability to move forward. It takes you out of a place of being stuck and paralyzed. And so we're going to work on that too. And we're going to talk about a handful of little ways that we can integrate our spiritual practices daily. Small little rituals. A ritual doesn't have to take all day to do. Making your tea in the same way with your favorite cup and your favorite spoon, and sitting down with your favorite music on is a ritual. How you take your shower in the morning is a ritual. How it feels to you when you're outside watering your garden is a ritual. And we're going to talk about the details of these little things and why they make you feel grounded, connected, and peaceful. And why those things bring a little bit of fulfillment. These little tiny habits that make your day better bring a lot of satisfaction. And so when we have that sense of satisfaction, again, we feel more at peace and have a better sense of well-being. And our last section here is social health. And we're going to talk about how to heal some relationships that you want to heal. What are the boundaries for you? What are the roadblocks for you to healing those, and how to get around those roadblocks? We're going to talk about how to set boundaries, and we're going to talk about how to participate in your community. What kind of options are near you and around you where you can join in? You know, do you have a local coffee shop? Do you have a place you have been thinking about volunteering? We'll talk about what's holding you back, and we'll talk about the benefits of doing it. We'll talk about what your community is offering and how to get the nerve up if you're going by yourself to join in a community activity. If you're shy or if you're slightly introverted, those things can seem overwhelming and terrifying until you've done them a couple of times. And as an introvert myself, I will share with you during this segment of our program here some of the things that I took myself out in this world to do all by myself, and show you that you can actually do these things too, and the fun that you will have if you can just commit to yourself to go try something new. So we're going to talk about those types of things and build some confidence and courage so that you can. Because ultimately, social support is really important to your mental health and often to your physical health. The more you engage in your community around you and you have positive emotional connections, your body begins to have positive, healthy reactions. So in order to have, we have a circle here. In order to have a positive physical health, we need nutrition and better mental health, better physical health, better social health in order to have better physical health. So all of these things are sort of on a wheel. And when you have one of these or two of these areas of this wheel that are out, you don't have any health. You might feel okay, but you don't feel how you could or how you ought to because you're out of balance. You've got a lumpy wheel instead of a nice round one. So we're going to work on these things and develop each of these areas with tools that will carry you going forward so that you can, when we're done with this program, move forward and return to these anytime you feel out of balance and look at the things that were areas where you're feeling out of balance, and you'll have the tools to get yourself back into balance. So you're going to have a writing assignment, and I want you to think about, we've talked about some areas here of wellness here, and I want you to take some time and write down what you think is, what to you is being truly healthy, what you imagine that to be like. If you're not in that state now, what is that going to look like to you? Draw it out, write it out, and describe it really well to yourself. Because we're going to come back at the end of this and look at this again and see if your idea of this today has grown over the next 6 months. So we're going to have this activity here. You have a holistic health checklist. And I want you to use this checklist to ensure that you are aligning with the foundational principles of holistic health in your daily life and wellness practice. So go through this checklist and mark off the ones that you're doing today, right now, and leave the ones blank that you aren't. We're going to take a survey in our next class here. And then I want you to take a few minutes and I want you to look at your health and well-being. In each of these categories, mental, physical, financial, occupational, environmental, social, spiritual, and emotional, I want you to score your current well-being. From 1 to 10, 1 of course being the lowest, 10 of course being the best. And take a good look at each of these little wedges and see where you're at. and make some goals for yourself about what you might do or what you think you should do, or write down some questions if you don't know what to do to improve each of these little wedges in your life. We're going to come back to that wheel often. So, your next homework assignment is to identify 3 of your strengths and 3 of your areas that you want to improve. Just make a quick note here, and we're going to come back to this. And 3 new habits that you'd like to develop. You don't have to know what you're going to replace here yet. We're going to work on those as we go along. But from our notes today, and after you've taken some time to look at your wheel, your health and wellness wheel, write down a couple of new habits that you'd like to develop. In our next class, we're going to talk about how to develop those new habits, how to write out those goals so that you actually are able to have success with those. This is going to be our next class. So our next class is going to be all about how to really identify what it is you want, know the steps to it, how to visualize it, and how to get to the end of it and have success. So on our next class, I will be looking for volunteers about your health checklist, about your health and well-being wheel, and the goal, your strengths and areas you want to improve, as well as your goals that you want to set. So I am really excited to be here with you and work through these projects and assignments with you and help you develop a very well-rounded sense of well-being and measurable improvement in your physical health. Let's see, I want to stop my screen sharing here. Boop, and there we go. So thank you for joining me today, and I'm going to put these worksheets over in the Telegram room for you, and feel free, of course, to ask me any questions if you have them, or leave me any comments. I am looking forward to hearing what you have to say about today's lesson. So have a great day, guys, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye.